today I wanted to share with you how I made this super easy, gorgeous nursery applique decoration. I love it for its simplicity and unique cuteness. I used a doe motif, but you can use any motif that you like, and you can even use any colour scheme to make a Christmas decoration, for instance. So for this tutorial you will need an embroidery hoop. So mine is 7 inches and 17 centimeters. It's nothing fancy, but it will do for our decoration. Some fabric for the background, so that's what we're going to use to put inside the hoop and make our decoration. So I just upcycled an old sheet that I had. It's like a polycotton type of material, so anything similar or anything that you want to use is okay. So make sure that it's quite a bit larger than your embroidery hoop, so that when we're working on it, you're not struggling with the length or size of it. We're also going to be using white felt sheet for our applique motif, some paper to draw our motif on, a pencil, some sellotape, scissors, glue. So basically I am just using a basic crafting glue that's ideal for many materials, especially fabric. So there you go. Some ribbon, some thread, I chose white, and a needle. And now we can get started. So to begin, we're going to secure the fabric inside the embroidery hoop. So we're just going to separate our two sides and then pop that one in front, the larger one, and the smaller one at the back. And you're going to want to make sure that your material or fabric you're using is pulled nice and tight. So I'm just going to unscrew this a bit to be able to put the fabric in. So you see it's nice and tight, so it gives a really nice neat look. We're gonna screw it in a bit so that it's nice and secure, and now we're good to go. So the next step, so just pop this aside, because the next step is to draw the applique motif. So what I did was I used an old Christmas card to inspire myself. So I just drew the outline of the doe, but you can use anything. You can draw a bunny rabbit, you can draw anything that you want to draw basically. And here we go. So you can even use like stencil if there's a specific motif that you like. So basically I just drew mine and then I cut it out. So there we go. I'm just going to cut it out delicately. So basically just like you would any other motif. Just being careful that you could, I'll show you in detail. That's my doe, and I'm just going to go round with the scissors and cut this piece out just to make the applique motif. So there we go. So if you just want to do this, and then I'll meet you back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my felt sheet and cut a piece from it. So I'm not going to use the whole felt sheet, I'm just going to use a corner. So basically I'm just cutting that piece. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sellotape my dough to the felt sheet. So there we go. So I'm just going to sellotape it a bit randomly. It's not really important how you sellotape it. It's just so that it's easier once if it's secure. So I'm just going to tape that part with the head and the ears. And I'm gonna sellotape the legs of the dough too. So once I've done this, I can start cutting out the felt fabric that we're gonna use for the motif. So basically I'm just gonna cut that out delicately so that it's nice and precise, and we don't chop off like any legs or ears or anything. So I'll just meet you back once I've done that. There we go, guys. So I finished cutting out my felt applique. So obviously the paper motif has separated. I suggest you keep this motif because in paper, because you might want to do a matching cushion or something else. So I would just keep it, because then you know that you have the exact same one that you created for your decoration. So there we go. So let's move on to the next piece of our tutorial. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this motif onto my fabric. So this is quite straightforward and easy. Just make sure that your fabric is nice and tight. Try and position your dough however you want it to be on your embroidery hoop. Just make sure it's straight and everything. And now we're just going to proceed and glue it. So basically this is very easy. I'm just going to take my dough, turn it round here, and just put some glue on its head. So not too much, just a bit. The ears, because you don't want it to start going onto the grey fabric and messing that up. So you want to put enough glue that it will glue, but try to measure where you're putting it so that you've just got enough glue to glue it, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna start with just the head. So I've put some glue on the head only, and I'm just gonna try and find the exact, yes, this is it. That's the exact place I want to glue my motif. So basically just remember that there's nothing behind this stretch fabric, so just make sure that when you glue it, put your hand behind and make sure it's gluing to your fabric, and you should be good to go. So basically now we're just going to add some glue, so just lifting this up gently. So put some glue on the neck, on the body of the dough, its tail, and just everywhere really, until the whole motif is glued. So once the whole motif is glued, allow it to dry for 10 to 15 minutes and then during that time you can prepare your darning needle and your thread, and I'll be back to explain the rest. Hi guys, so I'm back. So I finished gluing my motif, so we're ready to start sewing on little stars that will go around the dough. So basically we're just gonna sew 6 stars, so just wherever you wish. I'm just gonna start here on the top right, and I'm just going to show you how it's done. So what I've done is I've threaded my needle with my white thread, and yeah, so I'm just going to start. So basically I'm just going to lift this up, making sure I don't catch this bit, and put my needle through the fabric from behind, and just pull my thread through like this gently, and I'm just gonna go through again the embroidery hoop. I'll just show you a close-up. So just making a straight line basically. So you're just gonna try and make sure that it's nice and pulled. There we go. So that's like a straight line, and we're just going to make a cross to begin with. So we're just going to cross that that straight line to make a cross, making sure we don't catch that bit. So it can be a bit tricky, but it's quite straightforward, very easy. So basically that's what you're going to do, crisscrosses across the fabric, the grey fabric. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So basically we've just got a cross. There you go, you can see that. Yes, a cross. And we're just going to go across another 2 times. So that's 4 times in total. There we go. And we're just going to make 6 of these. And it's a bit random, that's what makes it look good. It's that it's not entirely perfect, and it's just a cute little star. There we go, so I finished my star, and I'm just gonna proceed and make another one. So to finish this star, I'm just gonna go through one of the white stitches at the back. So I'm just gonna turn that round and make a knot like that by going through. Just make a simple knot and cut this like that, and you've got your first star. So basically, yeah, that's the first star. And I'm gonna reuse this thread, so I'm gonna tie another knot and make a second star. So I'm just going to show you again how to make this second star. So I'm just going to make it here, and I'm just going to thread through the fabric, and again just make one simple straight line, cross over, and do that twice more, and you'll have another star. And I finished doing my 6 stars, as you can see. So now to finish off this project, we're just going to take a piece of ribbon about this length, yeah, and we're gonna tie it here at the top of the project. So basically, just to hide that piece of metal right here, and just to add an extra little decoration and make it complete. So basically you're just going to try and pop it across that metal piece. Pull it so that both sides of the ribbon are the same length, and just tie a simple knot and you're good to go. Well, almost, because we need to finish off. So there we are, we've got a lovely little ribbon, and then you can just try and make it as cute as possible. So yeah, that just needs to be a bit, yeah. But there you go. So your DIY is complete. Just to finish off, we're just gonna finish by cutting a bit of this fabric away. So not everything, because you do want it to look nice and neat, and if you did cut it on the very edge here, it wouldn't be very secure, and it would be a bit, yeah, it might come loose or something. So basically I'm just going to cut like big chunks of the big chunks away, but I'm still going to try and leave a bit of fabric around, just so then I can secure that with either a bit of thread or a needle or something. So there you go. So that's the back of your hoop, and you're just going to try and pop these bits together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of thread and thread them together so that they're pulled nice and tight and you can't notice them. So I'm just going to pop the needle through once I've pulled all the materials nice and tight. I'm just going to go through randomly the material just so that it's nice and pulled together and you have a nice look from the outside. When you hang it up on your wall, it'll be nice and pulled tight and it won't come loose. So just make sure, yeah, you've got every single piece pulled, and there we go. Almost finished. It doesn't have to look amazing because this is the back of your hoop and no one's really going to look at that, so it's going to be hung on the wall. So yeah, basically just yeah. So to finish off, I'm just gonna knot once again like this thread, like that, like so. Just a regular, just do it a couple of times, just pop the needle through there, and yeah, we're good. I'm just going to chop this off and we're done. You've got a lovely little DIY home decoration for a lovely nursery. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions at all. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Facebook, and also I've got a blog with all the written instructions and photographs. So yeah, I'm going to link all that down below with the list of materials. But that will be on my blog too, so you just need to click on that link, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.